there, I'm Noelle Cellini, personal stylist and style expert. And this issue of Noelle Says, we're addressing the question to tuck in or not to tuck in. So the main thing about tucking in, and this is something that my mom and I have talked about a lot as she comes with me on all my presentations. She's actually behind the camera right now. But most women can identify with her because, you know, they came from the era where we tucked everything in. And so that's not really the case nowadays, and I'm going to explain why that is today. So the thing with tucking in is that most tops nowadays, and I go through a lot of wardrobes and they don't have enough tops, women don't have enough tops like these, something like this, where the top actually is doing something for you. It's not just some loosey-goosey thing or just some t-shirt that isn't even, you know, fitted at the side. So usually our closet should be filled with stuff like this, where this one is a faux wrap at the side. It does have some ruching. Ruching means kind of this gathered fabric here, and that's very flattering because it can conceal a tummy. And then when it's brought over to the side, it helps define a waist. And defining a waist is always slimming because it makes it look like you go in somewhere versus looking like a box, which we get with our kind of looser, just kind of straight down tops. So if we were to tuck something like this top in, we would then cut it off from what it's trying to do, which is kind of define a waist, you know, draw the eye here, you know, kind of, like I said, be a little bit more slimming or conceal the tummy. By tucking it in, we don't give it a chance to do that. So we don't want to tuck in because ideally our top should be doing the work for us, or maybe then we're wearing a blazer over it, so we're not tucking in. But then I will say that a lot of times I go through wardrobes or go in the store and I see a lot of tops just like this. So it's just kind of loose. If we see it doesn't really have a lot of shape at the side, this is very similar to the top I have on. These are actually both mine from Banana Republic. But I will tell you that the reason I bought this is because I'm never going to wear it out. And I'm never going to wear it like with pants tucked in how I have now. I'm always actually, if I find tops that like are this, that are too loose, I know that I'm going to take it home and tuck it in with one of my skirts. Why does that work versus, you know, just leaving it out? Well, tucking it into a skirt versus tucking it into a pair of pants is very different. One is because skirts usually in general, and this is one of those rules of fit, so it kind of doesn't change regardless of age and shape and body size, is that skirts should fit at our natural waist. And that I know for a lot of women is higher than what we're used to. It's actually, on me right now, it would be about right here. So pants usually are not sitting at our natural waist. They're kind of sitting lower. My belly button's here. This is my natural waist. This is not my natural waist. So unless our pants are high-waisted, they're usually going to be a little bit lower, almost right on top of our kind of pelvic bones, hip bones right here. Whereas a skirt is going to sit here. If we see kind of this ribbon right here on Mandy, my mannequin, we can see that this is her natural waist, and this is true for most women. Her belly button is going to be about right here. So most women a lot of times get skirts and put them on, and then, you know, we yank them and tug them down to sit like squarely on our hips right there. And that really is incorrect when it comes to the rules of fit. Just, you know, if something fits correctly, whether it's a pair of pants or a blazer, whatever it may be. So this is too low versus here, that's where it really should fit. And I do have a video on this on YouTube if you want to watch it, talking about skirts and kind of this proper fit for them. So then when we have kind of one of our looser tops, kind of like a tunic like, which I see a lot of, but most women just kind of wear that and wear it with leggings, or we always wear it over skinny jeans, and I feel like everybody's walking around in the same silhouette, and it really isn't that flattering. And a lot of times with these looser tops, whether it's this one or something like this, we begin to look like kind of all boobs, and we don't know where the rest of you is, whether it's here or here or here. It doesn't have to be sucked to you and sucked to the body, but we kind of need to know that you exist somewhere under there. So if we tuck this in, And this is actually my green skirt. It's actually halogen from Nordstrom's. And I bought this green top after filming how to use the color wheel lesson for the Style Academy because I loved playing within the same kind of color, just playing with, you know, the shade and the tone and the hue, making one a little bit darker and one a little bit lighter. And then instead of wearing it here, which is right on the hips, we're gonna wear it here, and I'm clipping it in the back because Mandy is bigger than me, or smaller than me. I'm bigger than her, excuse me. And then to me, this usually kind of feels a little unfinished unless the skirt had like a wider waistband or like a ribbon trim. I'm just gonna add a belt. And again, this is my belt. I'm 5'8", flat-footed, so I do have a little bit more torso here, being tall, but a lot of women might feel like boobs on top of a belt, so you don't have to add one, which is totally okay. I'm just gonna, like I said, kind of finish it off. I would probably still accessorize it, you know, maybe with a necklace or a great pair of earrings or some bangles, because an outfit is not complete until it's accessorized. But that works tucking it into a skirt because a skirt is fitting us at our natural waist. So then back to kind of what I'm wearing. Like I said, this is kind of one of those looser tops, and I specifically wore it today with jeans to show you kind of what it does when we tuck stuff in looser tops into pants. While the looser tops work well when tucked into skirts, because those are fitting us at our natural waist, pants, like I said, if they're not high-waisted, then they're sitting here, we kind of begin to look like kind of like square on top of square. So when I bought this belt, I really usually only just wear it with white jeans and a white blouse. I bought this in a large because it's going around here, my hips, versus this belt, which is in an extra small. So, like I said, if I were to tuck this into a skirt, this is actually the same skirt as this one. It's okay to buy the same thing in two colors. Should really look much better fitting me here instead of wearing it with pants where I've kind of dropped my torso and I look kind of square on top of that, which is okay. This is not a bad outfit. It's just not the most flattering, the best silhouette, you know, for me. And a lot of times, like I said, I see women walking around with just these really loose tops, and we don't know where you are, and then we just get really skinny legs or leather leggings or jeggings and all that stuff, and we don't get any tops that actually do the work for you, and they're not just loosey-goosey, like this one where it has some ruching again, or even this one. If I hold it up, you can see that it does have some shape. So I wouldn't be tucking this one in. This would be okay to wear out with pants because it has some shape. It's doing the work for you versus something that's loosey-goosey and is not. So this I should really actually be wearing, if I wore it out, with then like a little belt to help define a waist. So I'm not against buying these kind of looser tops. We just have to know kind of the most flattering and right way to wear them instead of just always wearing them out on top of, like I said, leggings or jeans or something like that. Wearing them with the skirt will look best, or make sure that your wardrobe is filled with tops that do the work for you. So again, before I leave, it doesn't have to be, you don't have to have a whole wardrobe full of these. I would say just like 4 of these tops is great. Remember, we wear 20% of our closet 80% of the time, so we're kind of reaching for the same 1 or 2 pairs of jeans, same few tops that we really like, but it's all about kind of knowing what's the most flattering and when to tuck in and when we shouldn't. So if you have any other questions for the Noelle Says series, please submit them in the comment section below. And for more tips, you can sign up for my free newsletter and check out my online school, the Style Academy, and I will see you in the next episode. If you enjoyed this, please be sure to share it with your friends and share it on social media.